Moving on to Texas Tech specifically.
Gosh, I cannot wait to talk about this story.
Some drama, some controversy, or are we making a big deal about it?
Terrorism? That's the words being thrown around here. Terrorism. Yeah. So Lance Leipold and Joey McGuire, the two head coaches for Kansas and Texas Tech, get into it. I got to get comfortable here. This is crazy. Get into it after their game this weekend where Texas Tech blew out Kansas. It's what was supposed to happen. Even with the backup quarterback, they ran all over them. And the biggest headline that I got out of this, I'm just going to read the headline verbatim from KAMC Lubbock. And it is, Texas Tech confirms pocket knife found at Kansas game. Big 12 investigating. When I read this, it's like, what are you talking about? Breaking news. West Texas man carries pocket knife. Like, I don't know if what's baffling to me is Lance Leipold brought this up in his postgame interview, in his postgame press conference. He brought up a lot, and these two coaches were again bickering after the game, which didn't make a lot of sense to me why they were bickering. Kansas got blown out. I don't know. Lance Leipold, I guess, is mad. There was a pocket knife found on the sideline. There's a 99.7% chance that a good old boy who works for Texas Tech, who is a donor for Texas Tech and had a sideline pass, who is law enforcement wearing the big old 10-gallon hats that carry Joey McGuire around pregame and postgame, that those dudes were walking the sideline before the game, after the game, and dropped one of the 9 pocket knives they have. I lived in Texas for 5 years. Every person you meet, you shake their hand and like, hey, man, I have a pocket knife right now. Like, they love to show it off. They like take it out and show you their pocket knife. There's something about not even the deep South. Like, it's not even like the deep South. They're just like, I have a gun. But in West Texas, not even a firearm. They just have pocket knives. That's what they do. It's what they do, TJ. And all of a sudden, Lance Leipold mentioned this, the pocket knife in his post-game press. We're like, yeah, we lost 42-17 because we were all deathly scared of the pocket knife laying on the ground. And that's all, again, followed that heated discussion with McGuire. And so instantly, the Big 12's like, we must investigate. We must go back and see all of the footage. We will determine if it was thrown. We will see the stands. We will see every possible angle of where this pocket knife came from. Texas Tech says they are, happy to join in on the investigation. I think it is incredible, and I'm sure I wish we were like memifying this a little, and I'm sure Texas Tech's media team may do a little, that maybe they'll poke some fun at it. But TJ,
no pun intended.
Yeah. Oh, great. Is it shocking to you? West Texas man carries pocket knife. Like we're reading this and laughing. Some dude's reading this headline going, "Dang, I knew I dropped my pocket knife." That's where it's like, this has to be some terroristic thing that was linked to why Kansas lost. I don't. This is. I'm asking you questions and not letting you answer quite yet. I'm sorry, but this is it's a heavy week in the Big 12 with the Holy War, where it's just everyone hates everyone for 7 days and no one can catch a break, and everything you say is just blasphemous toward one fan base or another. Whether it's like it bleeds through to other matchups and games. This is a story that made me really laugh today, and I cannot believe we are full blown. Call the National Guard, call the Texas Rangers. Get the president out here. Somebody.
Where's Walker? Is he still around?
The Lone Ranger. Somebody dropped their pocket knife. Call Batman. We've got to fix this.
Does it feel like the situation in NASCAR a few years ago when everybody freaked out about the Bubba Wallace thing and it was just over?
We love to freak out, man. We love to freak out.
Social media. Listen, this is not the direction I thought we would go with this, but we can go a million different directions because it's just hilarious. Social media has warped so many people's brains, and it really does. It forces us in a day and age where most things are not that serious. There's a lot of serious things in our world, in our country. I don't want to minimize those. Most things are not that serious. We think everything is the end of the world.
We're scared of our shadow.
It's insane.
Like we cannot piece together. Like if I go to the Hershey factory in Pennsylvania and see a chocolate bar on the ground, I'm not going to be like, yep, start the investigation. Where did this chocolate bar come from? You going to a Texas Tech football game, going to Lubbock, Texas, is like going to a daily pocket knife convention. It's what happens there. And they also were very clear, a closed pocket knife. This wasn't like an open thing, like a blade was showing and someone had hurled it at the sidelines. This is a situation where we see, good old cowboy do what good old cowboys do. And look, TJ, there is a minuscule, tiny, smallest chance of all time that some drunk person was like, I'm going to throw a pocket knife at you, and then threw it aggressively at a Kansas player. But look, if that was the case, don't you think by now, with the way we love to blow things up, that's what Lance Leipold would have mentioned? That's what the player would have come forward and said, this was a terroristic thing where a student looked me in the eyes and said, this is my pocket knife, I'm throwing it at you. Also, let's also consider,
while it was closed.
While closed, yep. It's just now it's just a projectile.
Because the best way to get somebody is with a closed pocket knife.
Right. It would okay. This is a game in physics. What is more aggressive to hit someone with? A closed, 6-ounce pocket knife or a 16-ounce can of beer?
Right.
Like, if I'm going to hurl something at someone to hurt them, which I'm not, by the way, it's probably going to be the can of beer instead of my pocket knife, which probably cost a lot more than the can of beer. We freak out, and what I take away from this is this happened a little bit last year. I called a couple coaches. Remember when Baylor was stealing the radio signal for TCU? Mm-hmm. You remember this? Because it's so funny. I wish we spent more time talking about it. Now that I look back and I think that was awful. The Big 12 was not even allowing their radios to be necessarily infiltrated. They were instead just broadcasting Baylor's play calls or TCU's play calls over FM radio. You could turn it to the right frequency and just listen to the play calls, which I think is hilarious. Obviously the coaches got super mad, but at some level, you paid coaches, and I'm getting into the weeds a little bit, but you pay coaches who are 21 years old, stand on the sidelines and read signals all game. That's just, the Connor Stallions thing was blown out of proportion. Every school does it. Every team does it. How much can you garner from their radio signals? It's going to take you a while. It's going to take you a while to decipher all of it. And this just feels like another one of those in the middle of the football season. Kansas is getting slapped around this year, man. They don't look great. I mean, their highs are not very high and their lows are pretty darn low at this point, it seems like. And Texas Tech is the best team in the Big 12. Do we need an excuse for everything? Do we need a ruse? Do we need a cover up? Do we need an oasis in the loss to be like, yeah, we lost, but it's because we were all scared of the pocket knife on the field? I think we can get past that era of college football that is hopefully short-lived in the last year and a half of just being scared again of our own shadow and pointing at pocket knives and saying, this is a terroristic threat. We lost the game because we were scared.
What was the, I don't remember the coach in Waterboy. Remember when he said on the sideline, he said, I don't care if you have to stab him, don't let him score. Yeah. Maybe I don't remember the coach's name.
They took it too literally. Was it Henry Winkler, I think, was the coach? Or
before our big games in school, we would all get together at a buddy's house and watch a movie. It was basketball, but it was like Hoosiers or something. Maybe they all watched Waterboy before the movie or before the game, and that's what ended up happening.
And also, every student is probably metal detector scanned in, so there's no way it was a student. I think this was, again, a police officer, a security guard for Joey McGuire.
An equipment guy?
Yeah.
Is Chuck even an equipment guy? Because they have, they got to
cut off stuff all the time.
Yeah, they got to cut tape when they tape up guys' leg. You would think a lot of times they have scissors, but that's not... it was a pocket knife, not an AK-47. Okay, can we or a samurai sword?
This is the headline, and it's so awesome that send in the hounds, bring in the police,
bring in the National Guard.
Today's show is also brought to you by Wayfair. It's my first actually holiday season in a new home that I purchased myself in February, and I want to make it feel like Christmas. And so I've already started with Wayfair by buying my first Christmas tree for the first new home. It's coming. What's on a new home? I didn't build the home. I remodeled it, right? Fixed it up. And so now Christmas is going to be here. Even the big stuff, you get free and easy delivery with Wayfair. Instead of stressing about getting the house ready, you can actually enjoy the holidays with friends and family through Wayfair. Get organized, refreshed, ready for the holidays for way less. Head to wayfair.com right now for all things home. WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home. Visit wayfair.com and do it today. Wayfair can change your entire holiday season. Visit Wayfair. Today's show is also brought to you by my friends at Supply House. Supply House is where I've gone as well. A new home. Hey, I got a new old home. I got to fix it up, right? New repair stuff. incredibly easy to find at Supply House. Over 280,000 parts, plumbing, HVAC, electrical items. Their real-time inventory and honest lead times keep you from punting projects, while the industry-leading customer service always has your blind side covered. Need fast parts for a project? Supply House has next-day delivery. Talk about a game-changer. Part finder tool and 3D schematics can save you hours in your job where every detail matters. Join the free Trade Master program today. Score serious perks like priority shipping, lower prices, dedicated support line. Visit supplyhouse.com. Just visit supplyhouse.com to sign up for free. Use promo code SHCollege5 for 5% off your first order. Supplyhouse.com, SHCollege5 for 5% off your first order. Real people, real service. That's Supply House.